Here's how the Stripe data structures connect to the Discourse data structures. So we can see here the native Discourse data structures like the user, like your user account and the group. And then we have the special added customer data structure, which is connected with the user. And then on the Stripe side, we have the customer or a checkout session, which is basically just like the customer, but with the difference that it's meant for one-time charges. So when a product is basically like, okay, pay $100 and get lifetime access to this product, then the checkout session is used behind the scenes by Stripe. And otherwise, if there's a recurring charge, then there's a customer data structure created. But essentially, this is the same. It's basically just saving the payment data and the email and maybe billing information if the customer inputs this and then connects it with a subscription or with a product directly if there's no recurring charge. And there's another data structure which is called the price. It was called the plan before, but the name changed in the API and in the Stripe API. And basically, like a product in the Stripe API has multiple prices or one price. And we can configure now, like for every price, we configure a connection to a Discourse group. So how this would work in practice is that you select, like here you see a list in the admin interface of your Discourse instance. You see a list of all the pricing or the pricing plans that you made in Stripe. And then you can just select a group here. And then once you selected this group, then all the customers will be added to this group. So you can see here these are all the Stripe subscriptions, and here are the connected Discourse users. So for example, here we could also manually select like a new user, or we could input an email and then an invite would be generated, so that we can also connect users that are not yet signed up to the Discourse instance. And on the Stripe end, how all of this looks is like you have here the products, and then you have here the pricing tables, which is another new important part. Like right now, if you go here to subscribe, there's a pricing table here, and it's basically this one. It's basically configured all in the Stripe interface. So basically, we just completely outsource all of this stuff to Stripe, and it's like end-to-end on Stripe. So we can configure everything here and use all the Stripe features like new payment methods like Apple Pay, Google Pay, and so on. And basically configure all of this in Stripe. And then the only thing we do in Discourse is we manage the connection between the Discourse users that we see here and the Stripe users. So basically all this admin interface does is enable it so that you can manually connect and edit these connections, but it's also happening automatically. Like if we are a new user, if you're not even logged into the Discourse instance, then we can just go to the /subscribe and buy something, and then we get an email where we are basically invited to the Discourse instance. So we can see here, this is what we do automatically. We basically add the user to the groups or remove them from groups based on these connections that go through this customer model in Discourse to the customer or checkout session model in Stripe, and then to the prices. So the whole idea is we configure the pricing plan to user group connection here in the admin interface, and then there's a connection between the customers in Stripe and the users in Discourse, which is configured here, or it's happening automatically as people sign up. Yeah, that's pretty much